YouTube, my name is Janitor, and Pokemon Sun and Moon anime episode 70 just aired. Let me know what your thoughts about it. I really enjoyed it. I was watching it on stream, especially near the end where we got a pretty cute moment of Officer Jenny. But overall, it was a pretty great episode for Kiawe and his Pokemon. So let me know your thoughts about it. I do want to talk about what will be coming next week, as we do have a 1 hour special taking place for the next two episodes, episodes 71 and 72. We do have summaries for those, which I'll get to in a bit. And as usual, near the end, I want to talk about the anime that's currently airing now for spring 2018, especially one episode in particular from Darling and the Franxx. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts on today's episode. Now for next week, we have the first of the two episodes that will be airing as part of the 1 hour special. First is Pokemon Sun and Moon anime episode 71. Let me just hear. This is Lana, or rather, Dewpider gets Lana. So reading here, quote, "The water bubble Pokemon, Dewpider, sets off on a journey to discover a new place to live. However, it's completely unable to find a good one. During this journey, it had a chance encounter with Lana and fell in love with her, leading to it going along with her to the Pokemon school. Will Dewpider be able to find a place to live, and what will happen with its love for Lana?" End quote. So yeah, I'll try to leave the preview in the comments, but it was a pretty interesting episode based on what we got so far. But yeah, pretty much mainly with the summary, Dewpider seems to have pretty strong feelings for Lana and ends up, at least from the looks of it, battling with her. So all things are pointing to Lana actually catching this Pokemon, which is great because I think it would be a great addition to her Alola team. Let me know your thoughts about that. Now on the second episode, so this first episode will be airing on April 26th, and also the second one as well. This one is Tada, Burned with Passion, Mallow's Family. Quote, Mallow's older brother Ulu, who left on a journey to learn more about cooking, has returned for the first time in forever. Ulu is really enthusiastic about how he's going to participate in the bread festival, the Alola Bread Festival, which is held once a year. Mallow, Ash, and the others help him bake bread, but on the very day of the festival, trouble occurs. End quote. So yeah, this looks like it's going to be an episode focused on Mallow, kind of how we got a similar case today with Kiawe, last week with Sophocles, and in the same day for next week with Lana and her episode focused on Dewpider. So yeah, I'll try to leave a link in the preview. It's just kind of hard because as I mentioned a few weeks ago, I can only record now on my phone just because, recently with my other YouTube channel getting taken down. But yeah, I'll try to leave a link in the comments. If not, just kind of like search out for the next two episodes, episodes 71 and 72. But yeah, look out for that because we are getting a 1 hour special. And I'm definitely looking forward to it because these two episodes look like they're going to be pretty fun. So now on to episode 73, the Rocket Gangs, or of course Team Rocket, Island Pilgrimage, get a Z-Ring. This is airing on May 3rd. Now, we don't really have a summary for this. Once we get more details, I'll be sure to talk more about it. But it looks like, as I mentioned in my last video, that Team Rocket will be getting a Z-Ring here. So that's definitely something to look out for. And finally, episode 74, This Tough Old Geezer's the Island King, airing on May 10th. So seemingly to reference with Nanu and also, I guess by extension, Acerola, because we did, of course, get the poster a while ago showing that we would be seeing these two in the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime. And I think this is awesome, the fact that we're going to get to see Nanu, especially after this episode. So if you haven't seen it already, once again, I'll try to leave a link. It's just kind of hard to post them in the comments from the phone that I'm recording from. But yeah, it was a pretty interesting episode because basically someone wanted to take Kiawe's farm and from his family, but they end up fighting, and he actually won at the end. But it was only until the very end, after they really wanted to bulldoze through Kiawe's farm, that we actually got to see Officer Jenny near the end kind of come to the rescue and make sure that everything turned out okay. And there was even a cute, as I said, there was a cute moment near the end where her Pokemon is kind of riding with her in her motorcycle, and she ends up she's pretty adorable near the end. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that. Because with Nanu there, I thought it would have been pretty neat if maybe we got a reference to him in this episode. But I digress. We are going to be seeing him, his premiere at least, in episode 74. But yeah, with Acerola and Nanu, I'm curious what their voice actors are going to be. And also what, in terms of Acerola, what'll be her relationship with Ash and his friends? Will it be another student or kind of helping as we saw with Ilima a few weeks ago? So let me know your thoughts about that. How would you like to see Acerola and Nanu appear in the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime? Now they're going to be making their debut soon. So let me know your thoughts about that. And finally, I do want to talk about the anime currently airing this spring 2018 season. Because so far, as I mentioned last week, there are some that I'm really enjoying. Comic Girls was one that I really enjoyed. I think the new episode will be airing later today, this morning, because today is Thursday. And Darling the Franxx, I want to briefly mention episode, I think it was episode 14 that just aired, because it was apparently got some people really angry that they ended up going after some of the creators of Darling and the Franxx over on Twitter. And I wanted to mention this because it reminded me of back in Pokemon X, Y, and Z. I don't remember which episode. I think it was, or around what time of which episode, but it was when Ash, Serena, and the others, they were like in like some party, they were dancing, and there was a hint in the preview that they were going to be dancing a lot, but it turned out it was just kind of like near the end that Serena almost got to really dance with Ash, but not really, and so it ended up getting some people angry in the more shipping community that they ended up going after some people over on Twitter. So I just thought I wanted to reference that because I thought it was pretty interesting, and it reminded me of back then with Pokemon XYZ. But yeah, I mean, I get that some people were kind of angry with the most recent episode. Personally, I still like both characters, 02 and Ichigo. If you aren't watching Darling in the Franxx, you definitely should. I'm really enjoying it. But yeah, like you shouldn't go, I mean, it's fine to have your own opinion, but I would say you shouldn't go as far, as to harass the creators like over on Twitter. I really don't think you should do that. But that's my opinion. Let me know your thoughts on that. If you are watching Darling in the Franxx, what were your thoughts of that episode? There were some pretty funny memes that came out of it on YouTube. It was pretty hilarious and such. But I digress. Just to continue on with the rest of the anime that I've been really enjoying. Let's see here. Food Wars, we did get to see the following episode over the weekend, and I'm really enjoying it so far. Once again, if you haven't started watching that Food Wars, I finally caught up to it, so be sure to look out for that more. And also, I'm trying to think of it. Oh yeah, Steins Gate. I've always wanted to watch Steins Gate because I know like Steins Gate 0 is airing right now, so I've been like running through the whole series as of late. Right now I'm on episode 6, so I'm like trying to catch up in time so I'm able to watch Steins Gate 0 as it continues to be airing because I heard it's really good. I'm enjoying it so far, so I'll probably mention more once I've gotten more up to it. So let me know your thoughts on that. Hinamatsuri is another one that I'm watching. Creatures Family Days, Layton Mystery. This most recent episode was really good and I would highly recommend it once again. Magical Girl Site, Megalo Box, the most recent episode was really good. Staying with My Hero Academia, Persona 5 the animation, Piano no Mori. Of course, Pokemon Sun and Moon is continuing airing. Sword Art Online, Gale Online. As I mentioned in my last video, I'm enjoying it much more than I thought it would. And I would actually recommend at least watching the first episode because you don't have to watch SAO to enjoy this alternative, like this spin-off. But I really enjoyed the first episode, and now that the second one is aired, I would recommend at least watching the first two or even just the first one and kind of get just a grasp for yourself and see if you enjoy it or not. Tada Never Falls in Love. The most recent episode was absolutely adorable. I cannot recommend this series enough. I'm really enjoying this anime. All the characters are great. It's really adorable. The music is fantastic, and overall, it's just a really wholesome anime that I would highly recommend. And finally, near the end here, Uma Musume Pretty Derby. I'm curious what there is moving forward, but like I mentioned before, I'm enjoying this anime much more than I thought it would. I would surely recommend Uma Musume as well. And just to finish off one, Wakao Kami wo Shogakusei. It's somewhat of a short. I think it's about 15 minutes long or so. But I'm enjoying it for the most part, and I would definitely recommend that as well. And that's about, at least for the most part. Once again, once we get more episodes and such, I'll be sure to talk more about it. Let me know if you have any recommendations or like what anime you've been watching this spring anime season. Yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Anyway, peace. Stay hyped for next week with the 1 hour special, and as always, best wishes.